HR tech really busy this year, I think bigger than last year. A couple things that I'm noticing is that the HR providers here are very keen on being specific around what their solutions or their services are bringing. So many of them, if you walk around and look around here, they're talking about ROI and specific to areas like rewards or talent acquisition or people analytics. And what that's signaling to me is that HR and the other business buyers are very keen on what are you going to solve for me and how are you going to position that right from the get-go so we can accelerate the value. The other thing I'm noticing is that talking to my colleague Franz, who will be doing a talk on navigating how to make good HR tech decisions, is that 23% of vendors this year are new to HR tech. That's a lot. That's more than we've ever seen. A lot of that's being driven by AI, but also a lot of it's being driven by boutiques around analytic insights and also new players, which is great to see. So this isn't stagnant, it's growing, it's going to continue to grow the ecosystem for quite some time. I would say that, they're asking a lot, and that's a good thing. So not to steal Fran's thunder around how to make good HR tech decisions, I'll tease you by saying that what's really important is that the buyers are getting smarter and better, which helps the providers that we're seeing here. And what I mean by that is they're asking for explicit use cases when they're asking for HR technology. That's great because we won't see 240-page RFPs anymore, maybe less. At the same time, they're being explicit, which means that a lot of these providers can answer the questions explicitly. The other thing that's interesting about that is that with the advent of AI, the last few years, that's drawn a longer cycle time to close a deal or to help a client, whether you're a big provider like Deloitte or you're a small tech solution provider, because of all the questions and ethics around employing AI, privacy, legal. That is actually accelerating because our clients have also gotten more educated, but they're also demanding of their HR providers or their tech providers to help them solve those challenges even within their business while they're closing a deal. So the outside in information that you can give a precedent in being more places of how other organizations have solved that to get smarter, faster, to deploy these faster is really key in winning a deal versus a competitor. If I wasn't here at HR Tech 2024, I don't know if I'd have as good of an answer as I do now, but in reflecting on what I'm seeing here this year and the fact that you're seeing a lot more boutique insight providers as part of the 23% of new providers that are here. You're also seeing clients demand more specific point solutions, but they still have trouble navigating AI and is this permissible or not, and running through their technology process to vet a solution. They're getting better, but that's what Deloitte and Orgvue's alliance is all about, is acceleration of value. While you're doing that, you can partner with us and we can bring those tools and solutions under our current agreements or the way that we work, because they're tools that we use for you to see if they're of value. Now, that doesn't mean that you might have to use an Orgvue going forward. We'd like you to, but you get a sense of what you can do and see if it's working for you. And you can work that in parallel versus trying to do it yourself. The other thing is it allows us to lead with context. This is really important to us at Deloitte and in human capital, because industry insight specific to sector, subsector, sports, gaming, major programs, right? All of these have very unique labor markets, very unique business challenges, and our industry advantage programs that we have at Deloitte allow us to blend that into Orgvue, as well as our labor market intelligence data, our change impact data, any data that you have, so that you can always keep up with the innovation and apply it right away. So I think that, in that vein, right, it's really interesting to be here because we, again, like last year, we're right ahead of the market and in the right place at the right time. Thinking about the alliance, there's never been a more exciting time to be delivering this work, because all we want to do is help clients make good org and workforce planning or scenario modeling decisions that they feel good about. And that's true for Deloitte and that's true for Orgvue. So for us, these are just more options for us to help you. So we're seeing we've always been doing advisory projects, helping you stand up your org and workforce planning center of excellence or function, or helping you do restructuring or M&A. But now it's about implementing and operating that as a capability. And with Deloitte and Orgvue together, we're now showing up as an AMS provider of both the org design and workforce planning advisory services and the technology services. And a lot of our clients struggle with that, but they understand AMS very well. So when I can approach a client and say, we've done this project for you, we've done a restructuring, let's keep it going so that you're not here in a year or 2 years, 3 years. You need help with org baselining and benchmarking insights every quarter. We can pivot them into an application management sort of construct where Orgvue is the platform provider and Deloitte is doing the data integrations, the actual advisory OD business partner or workforce planning business partner insights, all the way up until we could be your business partner, just like an HR business partner, but focused on those areas. And the fact that we have that, it allows us to meet clients where they are, grow from there, and also be familiar to them, just like when they're looking at the large providers in application management services, and start to do that in these sort of interesting and very impactful small sprints. The other question that you asked me was, what's next, right? And I think what's next is next generation managed services. And at Deloitte, just around the corner, we're going to be really charging hard in the market around contingent workforce solutions. So the next generation of managed services is going to move well beyond staff augmentation and co-sourcing. We do a lot of that right now in all formats: program, portfolio, project management, HR, finance, accounting, engineering, and we can support you on a project, on a program, on a portfolio, or for your function. And it's a really interesting time to be a part of that. But you know what? We think we can do more to help. And that's being the integrated provider, helping you with all of the contingent workforce providers that are out there, to not just think about Deloitte talent that can help you, or digital talent, bot, AI, but it could also be the contingent talent itself, and helping you be the control tower for your organization and be a managed skill provider for all of that. And the value in that is that from a delivery perspective, it allows us to say, what's the best path for growing your organization? Is it some of those that I talked about before, or is it simply upskilling? And how do we provide you with the labor market intelligence? How do we provide you with access to some of the more interesting or hot areas of skill that you could staff from Deloitte or outside, and just make that a little bit easier as you're getting better in your workforce planning? So more to come on that, but it's a very exciting time.